Hello. I hope everybody is having an absolutely marvelous Friday. I posted a picture on Instagram a few days ago and it was kind of my planner setup or my planner stack, I guess, of the planners that I use every single week. And I got a lot of questions about that. And so I thought I would do a really quick video and just kind of go through my process and then maybe next month actually film that process, like from start to finish maybe. I'm gonna kind of see how long this part takes and decide if a video is really doable, or it may just be we do process, like where we start, do a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. So I just looked up and saw my battery is at half, so we're gonna see how long I can go, and then I'll probably have to stop and change batteries. But I use 4 planners on a weekly basis. I use my A5 Filofax. I use a personal Filofax, which basically loosely duplicates what's in here, but not to the extent of what's in my A5. I use an Inkwell Press meal planner. I absolutely love this thing. And then starting in July, I will be using again an Erin Condren horizontal as a journal. This is a scrapbooking kind of thing, a memory keeper, not really planning, but it is a planner that I use. So I wanted to include it in this process. So what I thought I would do is just kind of run through. In case you're new to my channel, I am a homeschooling mom of 5 children. My oldest is 21. My youngest is 3. The 3 in the middle are 6, 7, and 13. We've been homeschooling for about 5 years now, and I also teach at our homeschool group. We do classical conversations, so I am a Challenge A director at our community, and my husband is in the military. And he is also a physician. So he has a very busy career. And then I have a very busy career at home with all these kids. So that's kind of what I do. So that's what I'm trying to track in my planner, just to kind of give you a loose overview. So when typically I plan monthly, then weekly, then daily. So to start out any month, and I'm just gonna use June as my example. Let's get the focus. Okay. And I'm trying to keep the autofocus on so that I can show you things close up, but it's not cooperating. Hold on just a minute. When I get it back in focus, I'm gonna put it back on manual. Okay. Sorry. I don't know why this is. Okay. All right. So I won't be able to do a lot of close-ups, but that's okay. So when I start monthly. So at the beginning of June, I went to my monthly section in my planner right here. And in this section, I use my So Much Crafting inserts a month on 2-page list format. I recently discovered these. I don't think I barely used them really at the beginning. But these are awesome inserts. They don't take up a lot of space in your planner. You can see that's the whole year. And I'm able to, with plenty of room, write things in. So for example, if my husband tells me, he was supposed to go on a trip, it was canceled. My daughter had a sleepover, music recital. This is when our summer activities started. My husband had leave. We had a practicum. We went to the Lemur Center, my husband's moonlighting schedule. I had a meeting. This is stuff that is different from the norm that's been added in. So we have a trip coming up. It's Father's Day. I did jot that in there. Typically I don't do that kind of stuff. My son's orthodontist appointment. So if I'm out and about, or I get an email or something like that, I do one of 2 things. I will put it on my phone, or I will write it in here. It really just depends on where I'm at. I do take this planner out and about with me, but just not all the time. It is bigger, it is heavier, but I find it's no bigger or no heavier than anything else. So if I need my big guns, I take my big guns. Just, so that's what it does. So to look at July, my husband's moonlighting schedule is in. You know, I put down that, you know, were we going to have these lessons this week because it's the week of the 4th. You know, things like that. My husband's birthday's coming up. You know, that's what I do. So, you know, these are, you know, our vacation to Disney World is coming up in August. So that's really all that's on there. You know, that's what I use this for. I do sticky notes here too if I need them, but this is where I start. So when I'm planning, this is where I start. And I will also, I don't know what's on my phone right now, but I'll also get on my phone. If I'm standing at the orthodontist office, I will more than likely put the next appointment in my phone. So I'm constantly checking to kind of make sure things are matching up. So this is where I start. So once I have this done, the next thing that I like to do is I like to set up my monthly calendar in my DIY Fish inserts. I'm just gonna set this here. Okay. So in here, I will put, you know, all my stuff. So this, I use washi tape, and I do decorate with Sweet Kawaii Design. She has some, you know, cute little itty bitty Celebrate the Day stickers. I got these from Sticky Cactus to mark, you know, this is when we booked our trip. This is the next payments due, that kind of stuff. So once I know my month and what's going on, I put everything in here with washi. Again, if you've watched my channel, everything is color coded. Every member of my family has a color. Activities have colors, everything. So yellow is my daughter's class at Little Gym. Pink is my other daughter's dance classes. This hot pink is me for a dentist appointment. This pink is it's kind of a purple, I guess, is church. We have Vacation Bible School at the end of the month. This is church. Gray is my husband's color. Light blue indicates family stuff. So we took a trip to the Lemur Center. Music lessons is this tealy kind of color. So that's the next thing that I do. And when I do that, I lay the whole thing out at once. So when I do that, I do my whole month and I do my weeks. So I will print and do all 4 weeks and my month all at the same time. So I'm getting the washi out one time, I'm setting it up. My monthly calendar will have everything on it. And then here I type in or write, but I will type in birthdays and anniversaries, chronological order, and then anything big. Music recital, we went to the Lemur Center. What else? Actually, music recital should have been down here, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So that's what goes here. And I always have a stamp up here that says happy wishes. So that's all birthdays and big things. But typically I don't even type like Lemur, you know, practicum, you know, VBS. I usually don't type those kinds of things in, just the really big important things to me. So that's what my month looks like. And then I set up my weeks. Now, I use this for weekly planning and details. This is another place that I will stick sticky notes as they're needed. But on this flap, all I want is the regular stuff and anything that's different. So the previous week had a dentist appointment and my husband's leave and practicum. All of that stuff was on there. This week is very plain. We're going to be traveling on Sunday, but this was added at the last minute, which is why it's not here. I didn't know about it till really like last week. So everything is in there. So I can look at this and know immediately, oh wow, we have something different. We have a meeting. I forgot to put it on here, but there's a meeting this week, something different. I need to check to see what that is. You know, music is happening, dance is happening, Little Gym is happening. Does that make, hopefully that makes sense. I was going to ask you, but you can't answer me. So this is how I start. The beginning of the month, I get my month done. I get my weeks all done. I pick a washi theme. This past month, the washi didn't stick real well, so I did packing tape on my corners. I don't know if I'll keep doing that. It was nice, but then it was kind of a pain, so I'm not sure. On the outside here, I do my weekly savings challenge. If I'm juicing or not, I'll put a sticker here. And I'm also doing the 52 weeks to a clean and organized home from Love Like Ren. So I put that there too. So those things are on my week on the outside. That is pretty much all there is to that. So everything lines up. Now Fish changed the lineup. These are all DIY Fish inserts from Etsy. I probably should have started with that, huh? She changed them, and the regular letter size file, the A5 file, the calendar prints on a legal piece of paper. I was having trouble finding the quality paper that I wanted, the weight, and my printer, I could not figure it out. And I'm a fairly technologically savvy person. So what I did is, when you order the file, you get an A4 file and you get an A5 or a print on letter that you can cut down to A5. So, because that's the size I buy. She does have half letter, but I just do the A5. So when I do that, I take the A4, print it at, I want to say it's 95%. But like I said, when I do my process next month, I'm going to write all of this down. By doing that and then printing this, I believe the way it comes out, it all lines up, which was what used to happen in 2015. She made a change for 2016, but this was the reason I wanted these inserts. So I was able to figure out a way to make her files work. You can adjust the sizes in printing. So if that's something, you know, I know people that take the personal sizes and decide they don't like personal, but they want to do traveler's notebooks. So they'll size it up. I think it's 115%, and then it works in a traveler's notebook. So there's a lot of things you can do to make it work. But that's what I do. So once I've got all my weeks done and I've got all of my month done, and I do it a month at a time. I do all my weeks at the beginning of the month, and then I get to my daily pages. So I do my daily pages. I only keep in my planner at a time. So this is today, and this is next week. So what I do is I print everything out and cut everything at one time. I'll watch a movie and I'll sit down and I'll just cut it all out and do it. And it doesn't take that long. And now I'm kind of in a groove. Initially, I was very, scared of messing it up. And so it took a lot longer, but now it doesn't take very long at all. So I plan them by weeks. I print them all out and I keep them in my plastic box, which I've shown in a previous video. I usually just put a sticky note on top and stick it in there. And then I just pull the weeks out each week. So this is next week, and I'm getting ready to do a plan with me after I film this video. So that's why these are here. So that's how I do that. I think it's easier to see on a clear one. So I do edit mine, but it's simply, I open the PDF and I add text. I don't change her file at all. Shane does an amazing job with these, and she's brilliant. She's amazing. So all I do is add text. So I divide up and I have my morning personal routine. I have my spiritual stuff that I want to do, my fitness, my school, and home. I just divide them up, type it in, and that's what I check off. This does take a little bit of time, but now that like I said, now that it's in a groove, it's not too bad. It doesn't take me that long to do. And again, once you get a system set up, you just kind of run with it. I print my weekly chart on the back of Monday. There's actually another planner page, and then this could be a notes page on the back of Monday. But I found that I didn't use that other weekly planner because I was using this and this back here. So I was never looking at my weekly chart. But having it on the back of Monday, I'm constantly flipping back and looking at things. So this is brought to my attention a lot more often. So I print. And then if you've watched my videos, I kind of have a setup. I do draw some lines in and some things there, but that's how I set up my daily pages. I do it week by week. I'll go in this afternoon and I'll draw all my lines and I'll get all my things put in that I like, and then I'm set up for the week. I will put in my hard times and everything that I know specifically that I need to do. But that's really it. I plan the night before or the morning of, depending on my schedule and what's going on. And we just kind of I make sure that everything is in here. This is where the bulk of my planning, the bulk of my time is spent when I plan each week. So I get this all set up and I get everything in the way I want to do it. I also use Fish's 3.2. I think these are A5. I can't remember. And we have actually done our reading lessons every day and everything. I just haven't checked them all. So I have one plan for my younger kids. I have a different plan for my older son, and he's read every day. I just haven't checked it off. And then this is where I can keep notes, and then this is where my weekly chart starts. So this is how I keep my lesson plans in my folder. It's 3 pages. It works really well. During the school year when I teach, I will keep notes for my son Jack over here. He's going to be in challenge B. I'm going to be teaching challenge A. So I'll keep notes here for my class. And what I typically do is I'll put washi here and I just divide this up by the strands and just make notes of what I want, about the class day. And then I'll put his notes over here and then just make sure he's doing his homework. This will change during the school year. These are what we're working on over the summer. So that's kind of my plan. I tried to do the Erin Condren teacher planner, which is great. But then I had that planner, I had my Erin Condren planner, then it was just too much stuff. Everything is in here. My school, my social media, my personal, everything is in this one book. So I really like that. So once I have my lesson plans done, my weeklies done, my monthlies done, and I've got my dailies cut, the next thing that I do is I go to my my SPMs, which are the small project management sheets. And this is what I use for planning my social media. So I print these out. I usually do 2 months at a time. So I have July's right here. I decorate them. I have beautiful clips. This is from Berry Sweet Plans. She's one of my favorite clip shops right now. Her and Ladybug on a Pug. I love them. Love them, love them. But anyway, I always keep that on the month. And so once I have my month set up and I know what's going on for the week, you have some options. I'm trying to make sure you're in frame. Okay. So I do edit these, but all I do is type in my projects, which are my social media. I have a blog, Instagram, a Periscope. I do just track my Facebook posts and my YouTube videos. So I type that in. I will add the dates. For example, the 30th and the 31st of May was not included in here, so I add those dates. And then I type in big stuff. So we had Memorial Day that week, and then I wrote some stuff in. So stuff that I knew I wrote or I typed, stuff that I added, I wrote in. So I just write them on the day so that I know what's going on. The gray in the corners, if it's blocked out, it means my husband's working that day. If it's half like that, it means he's on leave and home to help. So I do that. Over here, you have every week laid out. So I just typed the big stuff. We had practicum, and we do have Vacation Bible School here, but I forgot to type that, so I need to write that in. We had a music recital. We had a lot going on this month. Sometimes I use this page a ton. I'll have a lot of big events coming up, or notes, reminders, things that I want to do, ideas, and sometimes I don't. So that's just kind of how it goes. I forgot to fill out this part, so I did not go back and fill it out. But that is your week and the events. So I color code those. So I had a dentist appointment. We had practicum. My daughter had dance, church activities, and church on Sunday. So these are all filled in. So you see there's some squares and some circles. Squares are your events, circles are your projects. So I always fill in the both if it's something I know I'm not going to be able to work on anything else. Okay? So while I was at practicum, I couldn't do any social media stuff. I was working the practicum. When we had music lessons, we were at a concert. I wasn't going to be doing social media while I was at the concert. So this is how you can kind of do your week at a glance and see where you can fit things in to get things done. Okay. Yeah. So I do that. I list all my stuff, and then I list what I want to try to accomplish, and then I mark them off. then I made a note next week, summer activities were starting, things like that. So that's kind of what I do. This is this week. My husband's working in the evenings, so I decided to mark it this way. I have posted every day on Instagram. I just haven't checked it off. But my schedule is in, that's in, and that's kind of how I'm using those. So that's how I plan my social media and my channels and stuff. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to do some mom stuff. So once all of this is done, that's everything that I have to do on a monthly basis for my A5 planner. So usually the last week of the month, I'll take a couple days. I print my SPM, which are these right here. And these are half letter. I think I print the A4 file and just print it as big as I can get it on the page. And that's how I print these out. Because I just have to fold this and trim a little bit off. And these I just have to cut in half. So these are A4s. I remembered while I was doing my mom stuff. So that's everything I do for my A5. So typically on the week, the last week of the month, I'll take a day and I'll print my month and my weeks, and then I'll take a day and print my dailies. It's pretty simple. I have a duplex printer, it prints them back to back. I have to do all the Mondays together, and then I do the rest of the days. So I print them out at a week at a time. So it's not too difficult. I print my SPMs out and get those set up. And like I said, I try to do that. So I'm only doing that every other month. I don't sit down and spend one whole day doing this. It's just something I do, like I'm watching a movie with the kids, so I'll print things on my computer. And then maybe the next day we'll do something different and I'll just cut the papers. I fit it in and it usually takes me about a week just to get everything done. And then when I'm set up and ready to start setting up the month, like doing my month with the washi and my weeks, and then I start really working on this, you know, I do these week by week. This is next week, so I haven't filled that out yet. My husband and I are going to be out of town, so I know that I may not get much done, if anything, on these 2 days. But I kind of write in what I want to do on my blog this week, what I want to do on my Instagram. I'll put all my events in, and I'll fill this in with all the hard stuff. So those are kind of the things that I do. And that gets my A5 all set up and ready to go. So that's what I do in here. Now, once this is done, let me slide this out of the way. The next thing I do is I set up my personal. Now, in my personal, I use So Much Crafting inserts. I use the monthly month on 2 page Monday start and the week on 1 page with grid. I love this setup. It's awesome. And now my battery's blinking. So give me just 1 second and we'll get started. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so with my personal, what I do is, you know, A5's all set up and done. Had problems changing my battery, sorry. So I get my personal set up. This takes very little time. What I do to make this really, really simple is this is my on the go. This is the planner that if I'm gonna be out all day and I'm running errands and it's kid stuff, this is the planner that I take. So what I do with this is super simple. I have some pretties up here. This is really just decoration, except for these. I do the Filofax little flips and slips, and the full adhesive sticky notes. I keep a few in this little pocket. I really struggled with this at first because I wanted a pocket. I wanted to do something with it. But I keep a couple Project Life cards back here. I keep my son's orthodontist appointment slips in here. But then I was like, what am I going to do with this? I don't really carry a pen in my planner because I always have a pen on me, in my purse, in my van, somewhere. And it just doesn't fit real well, and it bends my pages and it bothers me. So I don't do it. And then I love these clips. These are from Ladybug on a Pug, and I just use them for decoration. I don't like to hang them out the top because I'm afraid I'm gonna break it. And then I find fun paper clips to put in there too. So this is what I use it for, and this really works for me. I keep an ollie clip, I keep some sticky notes. If I really want to put some stuff back here, I can. It's just really depends on what I need, you know? So that's what I do. I have my miscellaneous. I have some stickers. I have this is a Happy Planner magnetic bookmark that I found. I will keep some of the little freebie slips in here, and I keep my Mare Bear Crafts holiday stickers in here. I always buy a couple sheets at a time to get me through, you know, changing calendars or switching things up. But I'll keep these, and this is just a Filofax. I got it off Amazon. I guess it's just a card holder. It's not really a credit card holder though. The front pocket is small, it's this big, and then there's a little card pocket here. Then the back is a full-size pocket. So I don't know, I'm not real sure exactly what to call that. In my months, I use the Soda Pop Studio Shop monthly kits. Now, you may think these are for Erin Condren only, but she makes them for So Much Crafting inserts. You just have to add a note to seller that you'd like it sized down. This is the only sticker kit. Well, this is the only thing I do on my monthlies. So this is how I set my months up. All my months are set up for the year. You know, here's Christmas, November, Halloween. This is the September floral kit, and I loved it. And then August is flamingos. I have to put in my vacation washi. I ordered some off Etsy, and I'm waiting for it to get here, so that's why that's messed up. I had to take a sticker off, and it just really got ugly. But yeah, so that's what I use these for. I put the dots. She has dots for the entire month. I put the dots on dates that are anniversaries or birthdays. That's how I mark them. And then I use the payday stickers. I decorate it a little bit. I use this thing on the side. I do the tops. And then I mark a flag with an M for Monday start. I haven't figured it out yet. The sizing just is slightly off, and it covers like half the days of the week. So I just cover it up and just remember, hey, this is Monday, not Sunday, and my weekends are over here. So that's my monthly. I just keep up with that as I need to. I usually set the month up at the beginning of the month. I know my paydays, I decorate, I know the birthdays and the things that month. And then if other things happen, I add them in. I just write in really small letters at the bottom for my husband's work shifts that he has. And that's really all I do to set up a month. And then in my weeks, I use Planning Made Perfect. She does these awesome little weekly kits. They don't look like this anymore. These are older ones that you can punch and fit in. The new ones are slightly bigger. They have a lot more stickers, and they have washi included. So yeah, so these are different now, but as you can see, I've used this for 2 weeks, and I still have all these stickers. I still have some teardrops. I still have some to-do lists, still have some appointments. I could probably get another week out of this. So I make my lists on the grid. I track what meals we're gonna have for the week, and we'll get to meal planning in just a second. This is a Webster's Crush Planner bookmark that I got. I like it being clear. So I'm trying something different. I'm a huge Ashley Lee Designs. I just actually got like 8 new bookmarks for my A5, and I have a personal one coming. I'm just trying something different. So I keep track of my weather, and I'll write in the big stuff. Sometimes I do stickers. Sometimes I don't do any stickers. I just write. It just depends on what I have time for and what I feel like. So it's minimal. It does not take long. This is my next week. So, you know, I wrote in a few things that we had going on. I marked it. This is how I'm tracking my husband's work day or his shift. Yeah, so this is how I'm doing it. These are from Planner Kate. They're extras that I had, so I'm trying them out. It wasn't something that I bought specifically for here. So, you know, so sometimes if I go back, like this one, I just put the weather stickers and payday stickers. Everything was written in. It just depends on what my week is. All I really write in here is things I have to do, places I have to go. You know, for example, I needed to make some phone calls, and I had to get gas, and I had to, you know, pack for Friday, and I have 2 errands I have to run tomorrow that I've not gotten to this week. That's all I do, is just, this is to take and go with me. The big thing I keep in here is I do have a section for my kids, and Mommy Day, it's either Mommy Day Life Designs or Mommy Life Day Designs. I always get it mixed up. I will link it below. makes these amazing dividers. And like I told you before, everything is color coded. So my son is red, and I don't know if you can see, but his name is in the tab. It's cut out. They're laminated, they're wonderful. I've got one for each of my kids, and I keep their current sizes either on a piece of paper or on a sticky note. This is my son Henry's, my daughter Lily, my daughter Eleanor, and then my husband in the back. So this is the other thing, when I'm on the go, this is super handy. If the kids need something specific, if they need sizes, I plan on using this at Christmas too, dividing up lists. So when I'm out and about, if I know that my son Joe really wanted this certain iPod or this certain CD or this certain movie or whatever it is that he wants, I can stick it in here and have it with me. And always, I try to do their current sizes. I just updated them in May. This is a Studio L2E stamp. I need to stamp it here that these have been updated. I have found this to be incredibly handy, and it's a really thin section in my planner. You know, this is a receipt for my husband that he needed me to keep. And then I have some extra So Much Crafting inserts back here for things if I need them. An extra menu planner, a cleaning checklist, which I actually used the other day. You know, get it done list. I also use these for packing. They're awesome. I just color in the dots for who I'm packing for, and I can usually pack all 7 of us off of the list. So that's really nice. And then just some extra paper. The clips are, this is from Planning Made Perfect, and this is from Very Sweet Plans again. So that's what I do in this one. So once my A5 is set up, I set my week up. And to be honest with you, on Tuesday nights, my daughter has ballet for 2 hours. That's usually when I do this, is just every Tuesday night. I kind of fill in, I go through my phone. Is there anything coming up in the following week? I write, because most of it's handwritten, and then I keep some stickers. I'll pick a couple sticker sheets and keep them in there, and then I'll just move them until there's just no more stickers to use. And then I get some more. So yeah, so that's how I utilize this. So this doesn't take a lot of time. There's not a ton of duplication because it's literally, where do I have to be? And is there anything specific I need to have with me when I go? So if I need to go buy filters at Lowe's, actually, is what I need to get, fridge filters, and I need to get AC filters. So I'll write that down in here, because more than likely this is what I will have when I go to Lowe's. So I try to keep things organized that way. So that is my personal planner. Once I've got all that done and I've done everything else, on Friday nights I meal plan. This is my Inkwell Press meal planner. I discovered these last year when I discovered Inkwell Press, and I discovered them while they were sold out, actually, and started doing research. And I actually tried these planners. I tried the A5, which was in more of a horizontal layout, and I tried the Classic, which is a vertical layout, because I was coming from Erin Condren. 2015 was a huge planner journey for me, and it just did not work for me. I need a page per day. I need 2 pages per day right now, and I need space to write whatever it is I want to write down and not feel confined. Some days they're blank, and other days they are not. And I'm so grateful for Fish's setup. Even though I have to print them myself, and even though I have to cut them, there are some wonderful people in the Fish Facebook group that you can send your file to, and they'll print, cut, punch, everything. I haven't found it to be too difficult, and I kind of enjoy doing it. So anyway, back to the task at hand. This is my meal planner. So in my meal planner, it has our information here in the front, and the setup, I'm going to show you a blank first. I started filling that out. Okay, so this is a blank week. So it starts on Monday, goes through Sunday, and then you have breakfast ideas, lunch ideas, and snacks. So I plan my week. I will put the dates here. I usually use these boxes just for something important. So on Tuesday nights we have ballet, so I usually write ballet here, and it means it needs to be a leftover night, or my husband has to cook or pick up dinner. So it just reminds me to, oh yeah, that's what's going to happen. So I do that. I do list some snack and lunch ideas, especially breakfast and lunch now that it's summer. During the school year, even though we homeschool, We're on more of a regular routine. In the summer, things change a lot more, and I find that I need these more during the summer months. But anyway, that's just me. And then on the next page, you have a grocery list. It's divided by categories. So you have, bakery, dry goods, beverages, produce, grains, snacks, meats, freezer, pharmacy, household needs, canned goods, everything you can think of. And I really do use this. Fill it out. You can check it off. It's great. Then in the back, you have cuts of meat for the pig and the cow. They're marked on here if you need them. Food expiration notes, why buy organic, the dirty dozen and the clean 15. These are the things that you, it doesn't have to be organic. This, it really needs to be organic. Conversion charts for measurements when you're cooking. And then I know that there's some takeouts and what's in season. I use this all the time. So I know what's in season during the months. The takeout menu, you can have some, I don't put that in here, but you can use that. And then holiday meal plans and your battle plan. There's 3 of these. So I'm thinking, they're thinking like Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, but it could be for whatever. It gives you the recipe you're gonna use, the cook time, you can plan it all out, then what you're gonna do. It's very handy. This is a new book, so I haven't used it for that yet. But you have, I want to say 18 weeks. So what I did is I bought 3 of these to get through the year. I've done different things. At the beginning, I would put washi to divide it, and I would put the meal up here, and then what kind of prep was needed, and then any kind of notes at the bottom. And I stamped this stuff. The silverware and the prep and the notes were stamps. So I did that for a little while, and that was nice. I just sit down one weekend and just do a whole bunch of them at one time. Then I kind of stopped doing that, and now we're into June. I think I didn't use this for a couple weeks. May was crazy. And so then again, this is what I did. So I wrote things out and just, handwrite them in and did my list. This was this week. And then next week, I know we're going to be out of town and we have ballet. So, I've already written, we're probably just going to have to go out on Tuesday night. That's just how it's going to work. But yeah, so this is my meal planning. I love this. I just, when they come in stock, Tanya is wonderful about letting you know when things are in stock. I buy enough. I just buy 3 at once, and I have them for the year. This past year, I bought the same covers. I bought 2 of these, and then I think the first one I tried was dots, and I'm already finished with that one. So I really like these a lot. They're really nice, and I believe it's 18 weeks. So if you get 3, it's a whole year's worth. They're about $20. I may have that wrong. I think they're about 20 bucks. I want to say $18, but I don't know. They're hard covered, which is nice, and they're just great for the grocery store. I have it. I keep it's a plastic file sticker. I think I got it from Post-it. That's how I mark what week we're in. Sometimes I decorate and stamp and have fun with it, and other weeks I just get it done and plan. This is what I do on Friday nights. So tonight I will sit down and plan this week and start looking in the groceries and stuff. I typically grocery shop on Monday. This week I won't be able to do that. I'll either do it on Sunday or I will do it on Tuesday. I'm not sure yet how my weekend's gonna fly. So that's this planner. And then the last planner that I use is my Erin Condren. I had one of these last year, and I did use it for a journal, but I kind of fell off. My husband was deployed most of the year, and I just did not have time to do it. I did keep my journal on my iPad and my computer. That just worked better for me because I could just write wherever I was. But this year, my plan is to have an actual paper record of the year. So I purchased at the recent launch a rose gold neutral horizontal planner. If you have not seen these, they're absolutely beautiful. This is the year at a glance, and I used market dots that I bought off of Amazon. They're color coded. this is not a planner for planning, but I wanted birthdays, school schedule, everything on here so that, you know, if I'm writing in my journal at night and I can't remember if so-and-so's birthday is the next day, I can look it up. I don't have to get up and go find a planner or get my phone or whatever. So I did fill this out. And then I don't know what I'm going to use these for yet. If you guys have any great ideas, I'd love to hear them. I'm just really not sure. I'm trying to keep you guys in frame. I feel like the camera's moving or something. But I don't know what I'm going to use these for yet. The month I decorate with stickers that I have. I purchased at the launch one of these monthly Celebrate books from Erin Condren, and I just use those and decorated the months with that, and then I'll use the rest of it, you know, during the year if I need to. My goal is to not buy stickers for this planner. This planner is a journal and pictures, but these were all stickers I had. I got these at Target in the dollar spot. These are Mare Bear Crafts, the bigger version. I had actually bought them to go in my A5 on the weekly fold out, like to mark a holiday on the weekly fold out. But I thought they were the same size as the Erin Condren. Anyway, they're too big. So I figured, well, I'll put them in here. At least I can get them used. And so that's what I did. And then I just mark big things in here. My husband's 40th birthday is coming up. This will be 30 days until we get to Disney. This is when our payments due, our last payments due for our trip. You know, just things like that. This isn't a big planning thing. Now I did buy 2 different sides of Market Dots. I bought the 1/8 size, which is what I used on this. And then I bought the 1/4 inch, which I'm planning on putting the birthdays on here that way. Because I bought them and now I want to use them, and yeah, so that's what I did. So my goal with this planner is at night, I will journal in here. It's just enough space to not be intimidating or difficult. I don't feel overwhelmed by having to write it down. And then I got the idea from Pretty Neat Living. I think her name is Jennifer Ross. She has a vertical Erin Condren, and across the bottom, she puts a picture of her daughter every day. And these are like the pictures that you print on the little zip printers. I have a mini LG printer. So just pictures I take with my phone. So things that we do, I want to try, my goal is to try and have a picture every day. You know, there's 7 days, there's 7 members in my family. Just to have a better record of what we're doing as a family. Sometimes there'll be a picture, sometimes there won't. And that's okay. And then I figured my notes section I'm going to use for what I'm currently reading and what I'm currently watching. These were on freebies that I had. So I'm just trying out different things for the notes section. Not sure what I'll do. I got a countdown set for Disney, and then I got 2 different ones, and one's going in my A5 and then this one's going in here. So just to track it down. I kind of played with decorating. So for the week of July 4th, I did washi across the top. This was a sticker from the Erin Condren book. I put dots down for birthdays that were coming up. But that's what I'm wanting to do. Nothing crazy, nothing, you know, too ornate. I did decorate for the week of our trip. And then I kind of played with that a little bit too. So this is the week of our trip. We're going to be in Disney for a few days, and then we're going to be at Harry Potter World. So we're traveling, you know. So that's just kind of all I'm doing. So there were stickers these last couple weeks because I think it counts down from 30 days, I think. Yeah. So that's my plan for this. So this is really a journal. I keep the Market Dots in this little pouch. I keep some Erin Condren monthly sticker sets that I had purchased with the hourly in here just in case I want to use them. I only got like a couple months worth, so I won't be using them for very long. But that's the goal for this, is just to journal. I want to use this all the way through December of next year and then buy a 12-month in the launch next summer. That's my goal. I really like the idea of having a scrapbook that I don't really have to do anything. I just have to, you know, every couple of days I'll print. the pictures that print on the little printers, if you do 2 of them side by side, they almost fit this box perfectly. I think they're a little tall, but it's like from the black line to the black line, so it still would totally fit and not be that big of a deal to have. So that's my goal. I'm gonna try and do it. I think it would be really cool. So that's what I'm doing. This is the most decorated I want it to be. I know it's decorated a lot for our vacation, but you know, this is what I'm looking at, and then just writing. So once a week I'll throw it down. I can decorate after the week, I could decorate before the week. It's really whatever fits. So that's my process. That is all the planners that I use, how I use them. I hope this was helpful. I just got a lot of questions about it when I posted it and the picture on Instagram, and I thought, you know, I could do a really quick video and just kind of explain. A lot of people see all these planners and they think, oh my gosh, you know, you must spend hours doing this, and I really don't. I divide it over my time. I know what I can do. I make it work for me, and this works for me. I enjoy it. This is my hobby. I like to decorate my pages. I like to plan my time. I like to stamp. But I've never been a scrapbooker, but this to me is my kind of scrapbooking. I'll add pictures when I want to. I will add stickers when I want to. I found initially I bought all the stickers because I wanted all the stickers, and now that I've been doing this for about a year, I know what I like, and it's narrowed down a lot. I do a lot of stamping. I do a lot of handwriting. I love my fountain pens. I'm a huge fountain pen girl. So I'm just really taking the time to enjoy the process, and I really love it. So this is planner piece for me. This is my big girl. This is the one that I do everything in. These 3 fulfill very specific roles, and they're super easy. You know, Friday nights are my meal planning. This is a nightly thing, so this sits next to my bed. This is usually in my purse or by my keys. And all I have to do is just make sure I have everything in. And typically, like I said, I do this on Tuesday nights. And I just make sure that I have what I need in here and that it's written down. So that is my process. I hope that was helpful. I'm hoping in the beginning of, or end of June, the end of this month, I'm going to try to film a video where I can actually do the process with you and like show you what I do and where I start with everything. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I look forward to talking to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.